That seems a little bit more tricky, right? It's actually not too bad. The first thing I need to do is allow them to choose one of the accounts. And we're going to do this by allowing them to type the name of the account. There are other ways to do it, but we're going to trust that our users are able to type these simple words correctly. Not something you would typically trust users to do, but we're going to do that. So how do we do this? The first thing we need to say is, here are the accounts you have available, right? So I'm going to say print, here are your accounts. And I'm going to say, for key in the accounts, print, and we're going to print key. Okay. And I could just print the value of key. I don't have to put that in a string, but I might want to mess with it later or format it. So I'm just going to do that. So now it's going to print, it's going to list the accounts, and then I'm going to ask the user, which account would you like to deposit into? Okay, so I'm going to get input. Actually, I'm going to say str account equals input. Which account do you want to deposit into? Feels like there's a shorter way to say that, but I can't think of it right now. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to ask the user, how much do you want to deposit? Now, their deposit is going to be a number, and we are going to do math with it. So we're going to convert that number to a float right now as we get it from them. Now, we know that that's a little dangerous because if the user doesn't type a valid float, it could throw an error. But for now, to keep the program as simple as possible, we are going to just trust the user, which is words you never say as a real software engineer, but we're going to trust the user to enter this correctly. So I'm going to say FL amount equals, and I'm going to say float, and inside that, I'm going to say input. How much do you want to deposit? Okay, so I have the name of the account as a string given to me by the user, fingers crossed. I have the amount given to me as a float by the user. Now I have everything I need to do the math to make sure that that gets added to the account. Now, the first thing I need to do is say which container it's going into. And to identify that container, what I do is I say D accounts and square brackets, and then I'm going to say str account. So I'm going to use, whether they type savings or checking, I'm going to use that to identify which of these keys we're talking about, and then I'm going to add this amount to it. And the way I add this amount is by saying the accounts, str account, and then I say plus FL amount. So I'm saying take whatever's in this account, add the deposit amount to it, and then put it back into that container. Okay? So now I will say you have, and let's make this an F string, you have deposited FL amount into str account. Print, if I say new balance, and that is going to be D accounts. Str account. There we go. Okay, so that is now going to deposit that amount. Okay, so I'm asking which account, I'm asking how much, I'm doing the math, and then I'm reading it back to the user. This is how much you deposited, this is the account, and this is the new balance that's in there now. I'm going to add a little line break here at the end just to give that user interface a little bit of space. Let's try it out. Okay, so if I check my balances first, here's my balances. I'm going to add some money into savings. So I'm going to say make a deposit. Here are your accounts, saving and checking. Which account? I'm going to say savings. How much do you want to deposit? Let's do $1,000. Okay, you've deposited $1,000 into savings. The new balance is $1,350.45. Now, if I check my balances, you can see that the balances are updated. That's what I mean by keeping track while the program runs. Now, if I stop this program and rerun it, my savings will go right back to $350 because it only keeps it while it's running. That's fine for now.